What is going on there, guys? Welcome back to the Oldham Athletic Career Mode FC26 and welcome to season number 5. We are finally in the championship. Look at that in all its glory. We are in the championship finally. It took us 4 years to get here, and obviously in real terms that is, I'd say, probably the most realistic you're going to get on FIFA, really, because as I've said before, usually in career mode, I can get teams up from like League 2 to the Premier League within 3-4 years, like basically back to back to back. Because obviously the quickest you can get up is like for 3 years, obviously getting back to back to back. But we couldn't. Obviously, the first year we lost in the playoffs, and then in the third season we lost in the playoffs again to get into the championship. But this time we went up as champions last season, and we are here. As I said when we went up from League 2 to League 1, honestly, the extra season in a lower league actually did us some good. Because you look at this team, this is what the team is looking like. Obviously, it's got areas what we have to address and we have to think we're going to have to improve upon. If we want to, especially if we even think about getting up to the Premier League or even try and challenging for it, there's a lot of areas what are really good, but there's also really areas what we need to improve upon. Obviously, the biggest one is obviously I think we do need a better goalkeeper, someone who's more like the mid-70s and who's got a little bit more potential, because Abate has stagnated a little bit. But again, I don't have any intentions of selling Abate, but I definitely wouldn't mind maybe getting someone in to take over for his number 1 spot and he'd become the backup. Obviously, Yefeko, even though he was brilliant last season, is obviously not going to get too much higher. We could probably do with a high-rated centre back. We could probably do with another high-rated centre mid, probably another high-rated left mid. I don't have any intentions of selling O'Neill because I think he's going to take Dubree's spot on the bench, and I want to bring someone in. I've actually got someone in mind for that. Wait for this, because this is going to be the first signing of the summer, because I've already got a free agent signing lined up. Fitzgerald, obviously, that he has got that spot hunkered down, and Dobra will be a very nice little backup for him. And obviously Obi Martin's got that central striker role locked down, and we've got Sotiru, who obviously is 68 overall. Obviously I want him to keep growing, but that'll be fine. I'm quite happy about that. The big obviously question is the midfielder, because it is the midfielder I kind of do want to look at eventually. And obviously we've got people like Borges, but he is 23. He is someone who could still grow, and I think he has got still a place. Hubbard, obviously, I think he's going to take over in that centre mid spot with possibly Morehouse and obviously whoever we bring in. The player I'm thinking about selling, and I know we only brought him in like a season and a half ago, is Florini. I think it's time to let him go. He's worth the most money out of all of them, apart from Hubbard, and he's only gone up like 1 overall every season. He's been pretty decent, but I do think he is the one we needed to have an upgrade on, so I'm going to let him go. I could probably get about 6 to 7 million for him. And now we're in the championship, we have got a little bit more of a range we can go from. So as I said, I have got a couple of players who have already agreed that I am going to get. Honestly, I'm going to stick with the free agents, and I'm going to stick with the rule I set myself, only 1 per year. I'm going to set it now. Say I do it, because especially in that first couple of years, there was a couple of players who popped up and was like, I'm really tempted to break that rule for it this one time, because I really needed like a striker, or I needed something at that moment in time. I laid off because they weren't good enough. The fact is, I've got one player in mind right now. And the fact is, if another player comes on where I actually had him in mind and I didn't know they were on a free agents list, that is the kind of player I am going to get in the free agents. Obviously, I'm not going to go silly and buy 5 to 10 free agents. It's just not going to happen. I don't want to do that, because that'll just ruin the career mode and the aesthetic I'm trying to go for. But the player I have decided to go for from the free agents is Louis Barry. And if you guys have been in the EFL and know who this guy is, the numbers this guy put up for Stockport County and got yanked from them halfway through the season and put, I think, at Hull. Obviously didn't do too well there, but he's near enough everywhere else he's been. I think he's been to possibly Leicester. I can't quite remember, but he's been about and he's been around all like the League Two, League One, and Championship. He's been up and down. He's not really beginning his chance up in the top flights, and I think he's just been released from Aston Villa. He is 76 overall. He is 26 years of age. So yes, he's probably going past the point where he's got to get into the high 80s or something. But he's a decent overall enough, and not only that, look at, he's got pretty decent stats, great pace, great agility, he's got a decent finish as well, so he could always go up top for us as well, and I think he's going to cost us not too much. He's worth 7.5. I think this is a smart move to go for him. He's a nice little upgrade on O'Neill, and I think this is smart. This saves us a lot of money because especially wingers are going to cost more than anyone else. So I think this is going to be it. So I'm going to go sign Louis Barry. And just like that, our new lad is through the door. Louis Barry coming in from the free agency. He has not been without a club for long. That is a perfect signing, really. And I can't remember what team it was, but I've had Louis Barry before. I didn't have him for the full time, but I had him for a good season or two. I can't quite remember who it was with, but Louis Barry was really good. He was like one of the star players. I think it might have been Huddersfield or something like that. Might be one of the Huddersfield Town career modes, but this I am excited for. By the way, unless you didn't catch it, this is what our budget is looking like, even after getting that free agent. Basically 9 million on the dot we had, and then obviously we brought Louis Barry in. But this is what we got. Was I expecting a bit more? Not really. Got to be realistic. We are a League One club coming up to Championship, and Oldham Athletic have not exactly been the most richest clubs in the world. Obviously, a lot of the money we've even sold players for, we've used that and reinvested it. And obviously, we've got a lot of players on big contracts. So I'm pretty alright with that. If we have to, we're going to have to sell players to get players, kind of thing. We'll go from there. So the first sale of the season is a bit of a sad one, really. Is Andy Hayes, our first youth academy prospect. He's going for 1.1 million. I wish it was a bit better for him, but we wish him all the best. So another sale is Loic Ayena. We did decide to get a so we do want to bring in another centre back, and he is probably like the one with not much growth left in him. So we're going to let him go. We're going to get 2 million for him. I'm pretty happy with that. And the other sale is Luis Florini is going to Alves for 5.5. That is to say it was a player I bought for about $1 million. We have made some big profit on him. And our next signing is through the door, and it is Tyler Fredrickson. I tell you what, we do a hell of a lot of business for United, but it's because I mainly knew quite a lot of these youngsters. So it's Tyler Fredrickson, someone who's definitely one to watch for the future. But right now, in this career mode, he is, for right now, 73 rate. He's 24 years of age, but he's 6'2". He's pretty good in the air. He's a pretty good on-the-floor defender. So he's a bit of an upgrade on Ayena. And to be honest, he's really not cost as much. 3.6 million. For the Championship, he's a pretty damn good signing. Okay, guys, so here we are. We're at the first game in the Championship. And we are facing Luton Town. Pretty sure it is a team who we played, who came up with us from League One. So this is a big opportunity to get off of a bang in the Championship. Obviously, we haven't done entirely all our business. We'll get into that in the game. There's still a lot to do. Do you know what, though? We're going to do a little press conference, and then we're going to get straight into the game.
Thanks for joining us. We're now ready for questions.
Abate seems to go fit for the ball playing keeper role. That's something we should expect. The game's sort of going into that direction where you need to be decent with your feet no matter what. So we'll encourage him. Hopefully he has, because he is really, his position is under threat. He really needs to keep the form going. Richards has been impressive. Pundits alike. Are you trusting Illich to keep him silent? Well, Illich has been amazing since he's come into the club. So I'm really backing Illich to have another good season. The fans and pundits seem to suggest that you'll have a handful of Dembele. Are you sure Barry can overcome it as well? It should be really the other way around. I honestly think Barry's going to be one of our biggest threats coming up, hopefully, this season. As I said, even if he's not, he's a player who's got immense value, and he came for free. We've not spent a penny on him, and he really could be the difference maker this season. So we'll encourage him. This is a challenge for Barry. Hopefully he can rise to the challenge.
Okay, thank you. We'll be wrapping up now.
So we're going to get into his first game. What is at Kenilworth Road. Playing up against Luton Town, who are looking to start building themselves back up to maybe have another run in the Premier League. Obviously, getting up there shockingly when they went back to back, really. And then they went all the way down to League One. They're trying to rebuild themselves. But we are also on the rise all the way from League Two at the start of the series. Now, we are one promotion away from the big time. And it all could start here. We've got a good enough squad. We've still got time and money to improve the squad. Honestly, today will be helpful to see where we are. Looking at the team, anyone working? Timothy Dembele, I recognise. Not really anyone else, really. It's Gabode as well, Jones. Some decent players are playing like a back. It's a very weird team. It's obviously a back three. It's a so they're going very. It's a very interesting lineup from Luton Town, and don't really know what to make of it. But we are going with a very familiar lineup. Abate is in goal. The only change in the backline is Fredrickson coming in. Hubbard has Farini's spot in there, and Barry is making his debut as well. As I said, we have got money we can use if we need it. I'm interested to see what we can do. Got a few youngsters on the bench who are very interested in getting in onto this action. Steele, the centre mid, who's come back from loan, 72 overall, he could provide a massive part into a season. Let's see how we do here against Luton Town at Kenilworth Road. And we'll see if we can run with the big boys here in the Championship and make a big statement. It's came a little bit too infield there, Barry. Just awkward angle. Brilliant work by Morehouse. Is this well timed? And it looks like it is. Cheetah will be! Breakthrough! 14 minutes in! Morehouse picks the pocket of the Luton Town player and plays a beautiful, well-placed ball in behind, and Cheetah run onto it for the first goal of the season. That is beautiful. Cheetah over with our first shot, and we have scored. That is so lovely to see. Come on, Oldham. Lovely work from Morehouse as well, who out of probably all the centre mids right now. He's probably out of the in when I'm looking to maybe replace in that centre mid spot, but he's really giving me food for thought. And now he'll be looking just to hold us up, and he plays it into Hubbard, who could be in here. And now Hubbard, oh, he just can't pull the trigger. Fevrier! Lovely goal! Jaden Fevrier with a big goal for Oldham. We have done really, really well to just stop Luton Town's dangerous attacks. But we have been so good with the ball in the final third in this game. And that will go so nicely to go into half-time, 2 goals up. Fevrier going to go around at Gabode. Illich is going to put enough pressure on, and we're going to get the ball back again here. And now it's a brilliant ball to Obi. It's going to go in. Chino Obi enjoying a great opening day to the championship season. The man who could be coming in for £50 million coming the end of the season. 100% something I'm going to be doing hopefully next year. It's something I'm going to have to look into. Hopefully we do have the money to. Be very disappointed if we can't bring him back. But this, oh, love it. We are really destroying Luton at this moment in time. I just couldn't get the ball back. It's an annoying way to concede that because Bennett just lost his man. I tried to just stand him with Fredrickson, but he just laid it off for his guy. He still hasn't fixed these highlights, but goddamn, I'm so annoyed about that. Nothing much we could have really done. Should have defended better there by Bennett. Good boy by Illich. Now Barry. Good play. Chino! Oh, chance for a hat-trick. Keeley though smothers it. Oh, it's a lovely piece of play. Chino, I was going for goal with Chino, but it just glanced off Chino's head and went to Dobra, and he slaps that into the bottom corner without hesitation. Love to see it. Great play from the number 10. After that goal as well, we're going to bring our February Ratcliffe on, but also another Youth Academy prospect is making his debut in Steele, coming on for Morehouse. A CDM, hopefully he is someone who's going to show he deserves to be in this starting 11 sooner rather than later. He'll be a massive help. Tries to cut inside Dobra. Brilliant work by Steele. Steele, oh! He had a little pop and pulled a save out of Keeley. Not exactly what I was expecting from our Youth Academy player, but it worked. Nearly provided a great goal. What a goal that would have been on his debut. But that will do very nicely. A 4-1 win over Luton Town. Over another team who would probably want to be trying to get into them playoffs. That is what I want to do. Okay, so let me just show you these guys, because this is what's actually quite important. I actually haven't really looked at these since we started the career mode. So this is board expectations. Obviously, usually you have a little bit more like stuff with the youth academy, stuff with the financials. It seems like it's only really showing you the short-term stuff, but I don't really get why it's just showing you the short-term stuff. I'll have to look into that. But anyway, the short-term things and the important things is we want us to finish at minimum mid-table in the championship. But you know what is actually acceptable to say how much we really should have been up in the championship already, and the team we've got, we should be finished easily mid-table and also finish round of 16 of the FA Cup. So I'm going to have to take the FA Cup very seriously, and just to make sure my job's safe, but we'll go from there. Right, so as I've just shown you the short-term objectives on both competitions. What the board wanted to focus on is the league and the FA Cup. So what I'm going to do, at least for this first round of the Carab EFL Cup, I am going to simulate. But again, this is what I'm really happy about. So this is my best starting 11 to what I think I've got. This is what we've got, and it's such a good side. There is obviously other higher rated players like Dubry, who's 75 overall, but honestly in game, February is better than him. There's not many players I can, and obviously I might be able to put a couple of players in who might be higher rated, but this, in my opinion, is the best team I can put out there. But this is the second team. This team is pretty damn good. The lowest rated player is 64 overall, but the rest of them, like the next one after that, is 67 and then above, and I am very happy with that. If we lose here, it is what it is, but I want to rotate. I want to give players a shot and give them a chance. People like Reed are actually making their full debuts as well as Steele making his first debut. So we've got, if you look at that, we've actually got 4 or 5, or no, about 5 or 6 youth academies in the matchday squad. I'm very happy to see that. Hopefully we can beat Cambridge. We'll see how this game goes. I'm gonna lose. That is a very annoying result to take. Oh, that is a very annoying result to take. So I just don't see how we've done that. Again, out of all the competitions, because we're not obviously going to be in the virtual trophy anymore. Do you know what? The only thing I really liked at for is because I could have literally put in all my youth academy prospects and rotational players and give them a game. I'm disappointed because that's what I kind of want to use the EFL Cup for. Unfortunately, obviously I'd love to win the EFL Cup if I could, but right now I'm focusing on the league primarily, and then the FA Cup, and then the EFL Cup. And unfortunately, it's just not worked out. I'm going to simulate this game against Watford. We'll get a draw. I'm quite happy with that. Hubbard and Fitzgerald get us the goals. Again, I am just trying to get some transfers over the line at this moment in time. And this could be a game changer. James Beadle is coming on loan from Brighton. He is 79 overall, and also I have got a buy option for just over £16 million for him. So if we want him start next season, we can have him. But also it frees up that money we've got now to use it on others. And the fact is that goalkeeping position is exactly what I wanted to improve upon. James Beadle is a really great overall increase on him, because if you look, that is what about Ate's overall summary is. No real green things, but look at that. Diving, 82. He's got good enough reflexes. Obviously, that's something. He's still 25, to be honest. 25 for a goalkeeper is really young. Goalkeepers generally don't reach their prime until they're in about the 30s. That's when they get into their prime years. We can honestly, I am very happy with that. I'm so happy we came across him. Obviously, I don't know if he's still got Verbruggen. I'm not too sure what goalkeeper we've got at Brighton these days. But obviously, he's not been able to get the game time he wants. So he's come down to the Championship. Very realistic. I am happy with that. It's a massive increase, and we still got money to use to go and improve another position. I'll let you know what we're going to do with that very, very soon. So we're going to move straight on, and this is James Beadle's first appearance in an Oldham shirt. I'm hoping he provides to be our missing piece in goal. Obviously, I thought it was going to be Abate. I thought we were going to have him a lot longer, but his growth just stagnated in the last season or two, and James Beadle could be that answer. The other change is Lewis is in at right back, just due because there's a pending offer going through for Bennett, and we could be losing our long-serving right back in Bennett, and we could be maybe upgrading that position next. O'Neill is also in for Barry for this one. O'Neill making that run. Oh, O'Neill somehow pulled that out and pulled a massive stop out of the goalkeeper. Is it not doing that? Oh my God, he's missed an open net. First off, what a save by Beadle, but again, it's just hung in the air. He's hit it on the volley, and my God, we are fortunate. But Beadle, what a reaction save. You'd probably be asking where the hell his teammates were. Good work by Lewis. Brilliant defensive header, really. Fitzgerald. There it is! Fantastic hit from Fitzgerald. And we've finally broken the deadlock. We've finally found that gap in the QPR defence. In these torrential conditions, Fitzgerald finally gets... I need to really change his boots. Them boots look awful on him. I keep forgetting. There's a few youngsters need to sort that out. I'll sort out in a minute. But god damn it, let's go. And this is why I said we needed that second goal. It's a disappointing goal to give away. And this is what annoying. I can't even look at who was wrong because I can't even get the bloody highlights right, FIFA. Why? What is that? What is the defending? What are we doing? What is this defending? Look at the guy right to the back post. Nobody marking him. Pathetic defending, lads. Oh, Ratcliffe. Of course. It goes to one of my players and look at who's right next to him. A fucking defender. Jesus Christ. Gotta win them. Every time they cut back. Every time they win. Every time they cut it back, they get past me. It doesn't matter. Every single time. Absolute joke of a second half. You lot should be ashamed of yourselves. Because you have really fucked us up in the second half. Really fucked us up. And I'm really pissed off with that. We were fucking dominating up until that point, and then we just let some stupid goals in. All this has shown me is that we need more reinforcements. That man, Jane Fevrier, my God, he might as well have been invisible because I didn't see him anywhere not pitch at all. Pathetic performance, lads. So a bit of a sad departure. Don't know why it's just done that, why I didn't go to the actual usual stream, but Bennett has been sold. He's gone to Ajax. We actually sold him for 7.2, but we're getting 5 million added to the budget. You got to remember, we bought this guy in League 2, League 1, and we bought. I think it was like when we just went up to League 1, or like halfway through. I can't quite remember. But we bought him for like $1 million, maybe just over. We've made about 5 times as much as that, so I'm happy with that. That's what? I'm really confused. I just had a confirmation that Bennett's just gone to Ajax. Okay, so this is a risk. Kaori Matsuki for £10 million from Southampton. Question is, what is his overall? Ooh, it's not as bad part of bad negotiations though. So Kaori Matsuki, obviously he is 76 overall. 7.5 million. I paid 10 million for him. Apparently, I could have gotten him a lot cheaper. The issue is, I ran out of time to search for players. Fact is, I have not been able to find anyone in the right back position who I am willing to spend money on, who I think is going to make a difference right now. So what I've decided to do, basically, I am going to give Lewis half a season, or at least most of his season, to make that position his own. That was always kind of the plan. Because he's 69 overall, he's 20 years of age. Really, this is his time to step up. I might have a little look and see if I can find maybe just a lower rated right back I can bring in just to be his sort of backup. So I've got someone there. But Mazuki, I'm actually really interested because I don't think I've ever actually bought anyone Japanese kind of like that. I've never bought anyone Japanese or anything like that. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. The one thing I will say, look at them stats. To say he's 76 overall, he is one of the most well-rounded footballers I've actually ever seen. Everything is in the green near enough. There's what I can only see one in the 50s. Everything else is 60 or above. He's got great acceleration. He's got good long shot. He's got very decent passing. He's got a decent stand tackle. Good dribbler. He's got great physical attributes. Do you know what? This could be a tiny piece of business for us. I am very interested to see how this is going to go. But you're not going to have to wait long. We're going to put him on the deep line because I want to try and get that defensive awareness when he's in 60s for everything. I'd love that. But I'm very interested to see what happens here now. The only thing I might do is I might try and put Borges on the transfer list just for now. Because that does mean I've got... I wanted to improve the quality of that central midfield. Even though I had plenty of midfielders, I want to increase the overall. It does mean probably Morehouse is going to drop to the bench. But I just think Matsuki will be a really nice partner to Hubbard. Okay, last signing is Mark Hickey coming from Plymouth Argyle for 1.8 million. A youngster I just found in his League 2. He might not be the best player in the world, but what he is around the same overalls as Lewis. I'm honestly probably going to give Lewis a start and put Hickey on the bench. Probably could have got a better deal, but honestly, this guy, he had a pretty decent overall and potential, so I found him, and he's probably the best option. I wanted to get someone who could also battle Lewis. If Lewis wasn't playing too well, I want someone who's decent enough to come in. And the fact that these two are very, very similar in overalls, I'm hoping Lewis can get the better hand because I want one of our own getting in there. But Hickey, who's a young player himself, looking forward to seeing how these two go at it. Bit of a sad departure, Pedro Borges, who was part of that second season resurgence where we bought quite a few players and he really came in and made a massive difference. Unfortunately, his overall stagnated. He never had a lot of potential to begin with, but he's really surpassed that. He's in that club's history of getting us up from League 2 up to the Championship, but it's time to move on. So that is the transfer window done. Obviously, I've shown you the transfers. Let's just go through everything one more time, just so you know what has happened, who we brought in. So let's just go through it all. So James Beadle is coming in as our new number one. Matsuki is coming in from Southampton for a lot of money, but I do think he will prove to be a very useful centre mid for us. We sold Bennett to Burnley, who are actually playing Burnley next, so we could be coming up against them. Borini's left. We brought in Fredrickson from United. We brought in a lot of players from United as well. I know I don't mean to. It's just I come across them as I know they're going to be good players, so I'll come and get them. Abate's left. Ayena left. We've got Mark Hickey in from Plymouth. We've sold Pedro Borges. We've sold Andy Hayes. We've brought in Lou Barry for our free transfer. A lot of loan players going as well. So honestly, a lot more quality over quantity in this season. But this is what the team is looking like going into this season now. This is what it's looking like. It's a team what really can just grow into absolutely everything. And not only that, we have got a solid bench coming into it, and I think we could really have a massive push for them playoffs, and hopefully we begin it here with Burnley. So Mazuki's and Lewis's first time really as the starting right back. I don't think they're playing Bennett from the start. He might be on the bench possibly. But Mazuki is starting from the off. Beadle getting goal. Hopefully our new signings prove to be very good additions. Okay, Gerald. Oh, Cheeto! He lifted it. He really just shouldn't have. Barry, great turn. Now Belghazi. Fitzgerald, oh, it's a great chance. What a save, though. Just need to drive that. I swear to God, Burnley, you are the most pathetic team we've ever played. Both times we've played this team, all they do, every single time, is just pass it at the back. Every now and again their wingers or their mids will make a run. But that is it. Nothing. You pathetic excuse of a football team in this game. Honestly, showed absolutely nothing. They created a couple of chances, but you know what it all came down from? Was when we were trying to press them. That was it. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this episode here. We're just going out of the transfer window. We just played an extra game in September 2. This is where we're up to in the league. We are sitting 12th in the league. We've got a one win, 2 draws out of our first 4 games. I'm quite happy with that. Again, we're exactly where the board wants us to be. Hopefully we can make a bit more of a push up towards the playoff places. But we will be pressing through a lot more of the season in the next episode, so please stay tuned for that. Please, if you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I am the Hawkeye Punisher, and I am out. Take it easy, guys.